You're back with Wana RV here in Shipshewana, Indiana. What we'll be going through here is a Rockwood Ultralight 2445 WS. Up front, you've got your storage door open here. You'll see you've got your batteries in the front right corner, as well as your battery disconnect. So if you're not using the camper and you want to conserve the power and not have them trickle charging anything, you'll just flip that to the off position and you'll be good there. Up front is your solar connection. If you do want to put a tripod solar panel out to help trickle charge those batteries, you can connect it there. Docking light button, that'll be on the front cap. This LED strip here will be on and off with that button. You've got your turning point fifth wheel trailer hitch up front. Breakaway cables, power connection. On the front left and right side is where your LP tanks will be. In the front left pass-through storage area, you'll have quite a few components here. Up front is where your antifreeze housing position is. This is your inverter. This is a 1,000 watt inverter here. That will be controlled inside, which I'll show you here in a minute. This has the auto leveling system. There's a lot of components to this. A lot of it can be found on YouTube and as well as the control panel here. If you do have questions on that, you can contact our service department. But once it's set up, it's very simple. You'll hit the auto level button, and then it'll automatically take your jack down and help level the camper out every time you go to a new campsite. This here is for all your water functions. So you'll have your city water connection here, as well as your tank flush, your black tank flush. Cable and satellite connection. This is your outdoor shower nozzle with the spray port. Move that out of the way real quick. As well as all the dials for different ways. If you're dry camping, you'll move these to these different positions shown in the pictures, and that's how you're going to go ahead and maneuver your water settings: city water, winterization, and then sanitization. This is your water pump switch, on and off. That way, if you're dry camping, you can go ahead and put that on, and you'll get plenty of pressure throughout the unit. Neat little feature down here. If you're running your hose up through, you can hide it and shut the door and lock it. Run your hose up through that inlet there and plug it in. This is your fresh tank fill port. So if you're dry camping, you want to fill your tanks, fill it that way. Your gray water holding tank, your sewer outlet connection, and your low point drain are all in this one position here. Your gray and your black, as well as your low point drains that you'll use to drain the tanks out. You also have a second gray tank. That valve will be there for pulled. This is your one of your auto leveling jacks here underneath the slide out. Your power connection here. This is a 50 amp connection. You got a storage rack on the back, as well as a 2-inch receiver. You can put 300 pounds maximum on this, but is not used for towing. Up top there is your Furion backup camera prep location. All the doors have a slam latch up top, or a magnetic latch up top. Nice little outdoor fridge. This is your water heater. This is a gas electric water heater. The gas and the electric switch is actually inside on the control panel, which I can show you. But this is how you relieve the water pressure there. This bar here is for a table or your griddle. There's an LP connection right there, so if you do put your griddle on that table, you can connect it and it'll go right to your gas tanks. 2 outdoor speakers, as long as your range vent right there for the microwave and in the oven. Outside TV location. hot and cold outdoor sprayer, you'd use that same spray port that I showed you in the first part of the video up front, in the pass-through storage. Cable connections there. Your other LP tank will be inside this door here. Bear with me real quick. We'll open this up. There we go. There's the outdoor table that goes on that black bar that we just looked at, as well as the griddle is inside this box here. There's your LP quick connect hose, your starter kit, and then your manual override cranks for your slide outs and the jacks if you do need to bring them up. You got your solid entry step. Alright, going into the trailer, your single slide out there holding the freestanding table and chairs. Up above us is your AC and your fan, as well as a vent. Those are your AC ports. Here's your pop-up outlets. You can keep them hidden or bring them up. 2 regular GFCI outlets and 2 USBs. Magic Chef oven. You'll flip this range back. Turn it over to which one you want to burn. Give it a click. And there you can see the flame running right now. Same thing for the oven. You'll move the oven over to the flame position. Give it a click. Once you see it's lit, you'll wait a couple seconds. Move it over to what temperature you want. You'll be able to use it from there. There are lights on this, so if you're out here, you can turn the lights around this. These slots here, a lot of people ask what that is. They're actually knife holders, so while you're traveling, you can pop your knives in there. Regular microwave up top there. Pull down sprayer. Dual base and stainless steel sink. This is the Dometic gas electric fridge. This will have the gas component. To use that, you've got your on button. Right now it's in the auto, but you can switch it over and it'll, if you run out of electricity or you lose electricity, it'll switch to the gas and automatically do that for you. There's a check button if there are any issues. Other than that, it's very simple to use. A lot of people are wondering how you can adjust the temperature. So you've got cooler and warmer. All you've got to do is move this plastic piece up and down on this metal bar here, and that's how you adjust the temperature for the fridge area. TV will come standard. A little bit of hidden storage there. Your radio is multifunctional. You'll have 3 different zones, exterior, interior, which are these here, and I believe there's some in the bedroom. You'll have your volume control there. Different preset settings for the radio, AM, FM, your clock, and different modes. There's a Bluetooth button, so you can connect to your smart device, play whatever music you'd like via Spotify, Pandora, whatever you use. There's a USB port there and an HDMI port, as well as an auxiliary cord if needed. In the slide out, you do have some outlets down there in the corner. Oh, and real quick, right here is your carbon monoxide detector. So if there is a leak, this thing will start beeping very loud to let you know that you have an issue. Hide-to-bed sofa. Top sofas will come out. It'll fold out, and the back will drop down, and then you'll be able to use it as another sleeping location. Here's your thermostat. This is a multi-zone thermostat. There's a second AC up in the bedroom. You can move it to different zones, change the temperatures, put it in different modes. Very simple use thermostat there. If you have any questions about it, you can call our service department. Here's your control panel. Something I want to point out real quick. If you scan this RQ code, it's going to bring up the App Store for your smart device. Download the app and you can control the slide outs and some of your lights with that app. And from there, you can move the slides outs while you're outside. If you're alone or you need some help trying to figure out where the tree is so you don't hit it, the app is very useful. As far as using it manually inside, you'll have your gray, black, fresh, and battery. These are going to show you if it's fully charged or if your tanks are full. Right now I'm hitting the battery. As you can see, 3 out of the 4 lights are up, so right now the batteries are at 2/3. Your fresh water is empty, black is empty, gray is empty, and your second gray tank is empty. But that's a good gauge to let you know what you're doing if you're dry camping and you need to know how much gray tank you have, or if your black tank's getting full. Wi-Fi, this button right here, this will boost your Wi-Fi inside the camper. So if you're at a campsite and the Wi-Fi is very weak, you'll flip this on and it'll give your camper a Wi-Fi boost that you can use with its own unique code. This goes back to the water heater. There's your water heater, electric water heater button, and gas component of the water heater button, just depending on what you're doing and how you're using it. The water pump button, you'll flip that and you'll be able to run the pump. Your tank heaters, this button here will turn the electric pads on the water tanks. That way if you're camping in the fall or the winter seasons, you'll keep your tanks from freezing up. These here are very easy. Slide out 1, slide out 2 would be the bedroom, and then your awning extension and then retraction button. These here are all of your lights: step, awning, porch, and 2 interior lights that you can control. This here is for your solar panel, which is mounted on the roof, as well as the inverter. This controller, it may look pretty confusing, but once you start using it, it'll become very self-explanatory. There's actually a really good YouTube tutorial that I found. A lot of customers will call asking for help on this. The best you can do is watch the video on YouTube, and it really explains how you're using your batteries as well as the solar. There's different capabilities as far as boosting the solar components. If you know you're going to go dry camping and you just want to get as much power as you can, there's the max boost button that'll help draw as much power as it possibly can from the solar panel into your batteries. And just different components. This little button, a lot of people question what that is. All it is if you want to plug your phone and get a quick charge off this, you can. Different Bluetooth capabilities to use an app on your phone for the Go Power. You can call and ask our service department. They may be able to answer them on the phone, but your best bet is either the manual, which I've read quite a bit, talking to some customers, or the YouTube video that we have, or not that we have, but Go Power has on their website. Going to the bathroom, you've got your foot flush Dometic toilet, your max air fan up above us here, and you do have a controller. You can, take it out and use it, or leave it against the wall. Control that fan there. Your lights there. Stainless steel sink. Nice big open shower. This is the shower miser. This is more or less for if you're camping off the grid. What it does is help conserve your water. This is blue right now, but once you start running hot water through this, you'll keep this in the down position. I'm not sure if it actually is up or down, but one of the positions will actually keep the water flowing in through here and not come out the wand up top. Once that turns gray, it'll let you know that the water is warm. You'll flip this nozzle and the water will come out. That way you're not wasting all your water while you're waiting for it to get warm and flushing it out of your freshwater tank. Going up into the front bedroom area, you have your second AC. That is controlled by the thermostat down below by the stairs. There will be storage underneath the bed. And just in front of the bed, I'll point this out while I can get in here, is your control panel. You'll have all your fuses laid out, showing you what they're for, as well as your breakers. If you are to blow a fuse, a red LED light will light up, and you should be able to see it through this little see-through panel there, letting you know that you do have a fuse blown that it needs replaced. You'll have an outlet on the front right, an outlet on the top left above the dresser there, as well as 2 USB ports. Your wardrobe slide out, lots of room for linens and towels, as well as a hanger here for clothing. If you like to watch TV before bed, there is a TV backer in the wall here, as well as your satellite connections and a plug-in for the TV.